to the channel. Thanks for joining me, and we're going to make blueberry waffles today. These are waffles that I've been making for a long time for my family, and they're easy to make, maybe take from start to finish 20 minutes, and they're really delicious and much better than what you'll find at the grocery store. So let's get started. I've got everything measured out here, and we'll start with 3/4 cup of flour, that's the tone for the waffle iron, indicating that it's warmed up. 2 tablespoons of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a quarter teaspoon of salt. And so that's all your dry ingredients. So you want to mix those together. Now that we've got the dry ingredients mixed together, we've got wet ingredients in terms of 2 cups of buttermilk. And I've got 1/4 cup of cooking oil and 1/4 cup of butter melted. And then we've got 2 eggs. And with the eggs, we're going to separate the yolks from the egg whites. And then I'm going to beat the egg whites into soft peaks. And then that will be folded in with the waffles, which will make the waffles much airier, lighter. Now, separating the egg yolks and the egg whites and then beating the egg whites, you can skip that process if you want to. You would just add the 2 eggs to your wet ingredients because you've got to either beat it by hand or use a mixer to get the egg whites to a soft peak. And if that's a game changer for you and you don't want to spend the time doing that, you can just simply eliminate that process and just add 2 eggs to the wet ingredient. Now let's go ahead and do the eggs, and I'll add the eggs to the buttermilk, and I'm going to put the yolks in the buttermilk, and I'm going to put the egg whites in this mixing bowl. And if you've never done this before, just kind of go back and forth between the 2 halves of the shell. So now I'm going to use a whisk to whisk the egg whites, and you can obviously use a beater, and I have before, but I just kind of prefer to use a whisk. I'm used to using a whisk, and as I said, if this is something you're like, there's no way I'm going to do this, you can skip it. You don't have to separate the yolks from the egg whites, and you don't have to whip the egg whites into peaks. You can just add the eggs to the wet mixture, wet ingredients for the waffles. But I'm going to mix these up, and I can tell you that I've been making these waffles since my kids were really small, and I think my son was never ready for breakfast early in the morning. He liked to sleep in, but my daughter was an early riser, and she was ready for breakfast the moment that her feet hit the ground. And I think she would hear me whisking these up and hear the tone for the waffle iron, and she was ready to go have some waffles early in the morning. So I'm going to go ahead and whisk these up. Okay, we're getting close. We're almost there. Okay, so we're at soft peaks. So the egg whites are ready to go. And now I've got 2 cups of buttermilk, and I've got 2 egg yolks. And I have 1/4 cup of cooking oil, 1/4 cup of butter. And I'm going to add those all to the buttermilk. And I'm going to just mix that a little bit. I don't want to over mix it. and we had already mixed our dry ingredients together. And I'm going to add about a teaspoon of vanilla extract, maybe a little less, about a teaspoon I think. Okay, so we have all our wet ingredients together. We've got our buttermilk, we've got our cooking oil, we've got our butter, vanilla, and our eggs. So going to mix that with the dry ingredients. And you don't want to overmix this. You want it to be lumpy. You want to make sure that you get all the dry ingredients incorporated so you don't have anything that's still dry. But you want it to still, that's going to go off every few minutes, but you want it to still be lumpy. Just get it incorporated. So that's the consistency we wanted. Kind of lumpy. All right. So now let's fold in our egg whites. And you don't want to overmix it. You just want to fold these in. You can see the consistency of the egg whites. And I'm just going to turn it over a few times. And you can still have, kind of the foamy, you can still see the foamy egg whites, that's fine. All right, so now I have a waffle iron here that is Teflon coated. But even though it's Teflon coated, I'm going to put some olive oil cooking spray. And the reason why I'm going to do that is that when you put blueberries in this mix, the blueberries obviously have a lot of juice in them, and you'll have a problem with them sticking to your waffle iron. And I think that's the reason why a lot of people, when they make blueberry waffles, they make waffles and they put blueberries on the top of it instead of incorporating the blueberries inside the waffles. I like them a lot better with those blueberries inside the waffle mix. That's the trick I've learned to avoid having the blueberries stick to the waffle iron. So now I'm going to add blueberries. I've got a cup of blueberries here. Now, if you don't like blueberries, you make this exactly the same way and you just don't put the blueberries in. When I first started making this when my kids were little, and they're both in college now, my daughter didn't like the blueberries. So I would make the waffle batter up and I would cook a few off without the blueberries and then I would add them. So anyway, easy enough if you don't like blueberries just to leave it out. But so I'm going to add, this is a cup of blueberries, a lot of blueberries, and just turn it over. All right, so we've got everything mixed up. We've got our waffle iron nice and hot, and I'm going to add the batter. And because this batter is really going to expand, I don't put a ton in each one, or it'll come oozing out of the sides of the waffle iron. A little bit more here, I think. Okay, we're ready to cook. All right, blueberry waffles from scratch. All right, let's compare our scratch waffles to these Eggo waffles. And their ingredients: flour, water, vegetable oil, sugar, dextrose, eggs, baking soda, sodium aluminum phosphate, monocalcium phosphate, wheat flour, modified cornstarch, salt, maltodextrin, natural flavors, whatever that means, blueberries, finally, blueberry juice concentrate for color, black carrot juice concentrate for color, whey, and soy lecithin, if I pronounce that right. What do they say on the cover? Naturally flavored with other natural flavors. Colors and flavors from natural sources, whatever that means. So I think the winner is blueberry waffles from scratch. You can do this yourself. I mean, you can make these waffles, and you know, a lot is written about food and culture and the impact that it has. But I tell you that, you know, I've made these waffles, like I said, for a long time, and I think if I made Eggo waffles, I probably wouldn't have left a memory with my children. Oh yeah, my dad used to make Eggo waffles in the morning. It was amazing. But I guarantee you that my kids will remember that Dad would make, you know, blueberry waffles from scratch in the morning, and I think it's probably left a lasting memory with them. So I've really enjoyed making them over the years. It's easy, and it's just satisfying to prepare something that is much better than some frozen, overly produced product. So I enjoyed making these for you. Thank you for joining me to make some blueberry waffles. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up, and please make the waffles and give me a comment. I'd love to see it. Please subscribe. It doesn't cost anything to subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Okay? Thank you very much, and bye-bye.